We've been married 5 years already.
Time flies. And you really don't want kids?
No. Now, whenever the subject comes up, we'll do this thing where we high-five each other to celebrate another year without them. My mother hates it. We'll be like, 5 years, no kids, high five, woo!
But why? Why don't you?
Why don't I what?
Want children?
Because I don't feel like it.
Is it the money? Kids are expensive.
No, that has nothing to do with that. Although that would be a benefit to not having any.
Well, there's got to be some underlying reason why you don't want to be a mother. Maybe you feel like it's too overwhelming and you might not be good at it. My mother told me how hard it was when she had feelings. She wondered if she was ready for that responsibility, so maybe there is an issue here you're not addressing.
Not at all. I just don't see myself living that life. Car seats, strollers, baby carriages. I don't want anything to do with that. Why do women have to have babies? Why don't you have a baby?
Because James and I just started dating again.
So
I...
Doesn't that apple pie look good? I think I'm gonna order some apple pie. You guys want some apple pie?
You don't even eat apple pie.
I will if you stop harassing my wife.
I'm not. Look, y'all are good people, okay? Danya, I don't think of you just as a sister-in-law. I think of you as a sister.
do you?
Yes. I love you both, and I feel like you would make great parents. I just want to be sure that you're making the right decision. Trying to get at whatever this is you might not be willing or able to talk about.
I didn't know you left your job at the bank.
What?
You know, when you became a psychiatrist. Look, I am very capable of making decisions for my life without you giving me a cross-examination.
I got it. You're one of those people who doesn't want to bring a kid into this world because of how cruel people can be. But look at it this way. Your mother had you. Don't you want to give somebody else the chance of life? What if your mother decided she didn't want to have kids?
Then I guess I wouldn't be sitting here having this pointless conversation. Listen, it's not that deep. I mean, it may be deep for you. For me, it's just as simple as deciding where I want to work. Being a mother is one of the toughest jobs there is, right?
So I've heard.
There you go. Look at it that way if it'll make you feel better. Motherhood is a job I don't want. I'd rather just work my not-for-profit, helping the people.
You're really okay with this?
Excuse me?
If I was gonna have children, I wouldn't have them in this country. My kids,
Your kids.
if you wanted to have children, I want them to have roots somewhere else, somewhere where they could truly be seen as what they are. Black people are seen as American first in every other country except America. Also, in every other country, people are categorized by where they're from, their nationality. So, if we had a child in France, that child would be French, and his children and their children would know exactly where their people came from. They wouldn't be walking around talking about they can't trace their lineage more than a few generations. My family suffered in this country too long, and it stops with me.
That is sad. What about a legacy? Who is supposed to carry on our name?
Well, hopefully women will have progressed to a position where my legacy won't be an offspring. I plan on making an impact in the world that doesn't involve getting pregnant, because that's not fun.
So you wouldn't consider carrying a baby you didn't have to take care of?
What?
Right, what?
I found out that I'm not able to carry a baby full term. And I wanted to ask the two of you how you felt about Danya being a surrogate one day, if James and I can stay together long enough to have a family. It's just something to think about.
I am so sorry. When did you find this out?
I've had endometriosis for years. The doctors ran tests 2 weeks ago and gave me those results last week.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. Maybe I was in denial,
So this was an interview?
in a way.
But why?
You two are the perfect candidates. You really don't want children, so there is no chance you'll get attached to this baby.
I wish you would have told us that in the beginning.
I'm so sorry, sis.
I feel like such a jerk.
Why? I wanted your honest opinions. That's how you feel. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I'll at least think about it.
You would.
We definitely will.
You do know that I think of you as a sister too, right?
You do.
Of course.